just like to say, proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who let that giant bull crush me.
76ers, stomping feet, everybody.
Florida residents, please make sure that you do not misconstrue a large manatee or whale for a Russian submarine and begin firing randomly into the ocean trying to hit a rope ski.
On the run, stand up and cheer. Number one.
Carmen told the police that she was being trained in a game of black ops to steal a car, but called authorities to make sure the stolen car was legal.
5 Sixers, 10, 9, 8, 76ers.
In other news, he sexually harassed one woman per planet because Pluto refused to press charges and Uranus was obliterated.
76ers, clap your hands, everybody.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Working Perspectives Podcast presents WPP News. I'm Matt Lavelle, accompanied by Liam Reese, Mikey Medigan, and JDub. On this show, we'll be bringing you the internet's juiciest news stories and reporting on everything from a bull on the Rampage to Elon Musk getting sued again and a carjacking Florida style. We're going to head to Liam Reese with entertainment news, who's going to give us the latest in the world of celebrity. Liam, what's the scoop?
Hunter no longer allowed to hunt. America's sweetheart and cocaine aficionado, Hunter Biden, has been found guilty Tuesday on all 3 felony gun charges. The conviction marks the first time that a president's family member has been found guilty during their father's time in office. Hunter Beasley is facing up to 25 years and a fine of up to $750K. Luckily, he's a first-time offender and should receive far less. So with any luck, he'll be back to ripping lines in the White House and hitting up top-dollar hookers on speed dial. In other news, we have Post Malone, Bonnaroo artist. If you're attending Bonnaroo this year, be sure you catch up with Post Malone and Steve-O. In a recent interview, Steve-O told Page 6 that for his birthday, Post Malone will be tattooing a dick on his forehead at the festival. No word yet on whether or not it will be a chode, because Steve-O claims not to know what one is. And finally, we have Pat Sajak retired from Wheel of Fortune after 41 seasons. 50 Cent keeps roasting Diddy. He doesn't seem to be letting up. Invited him to some roast in Miami, and surprisingly, Diddy did not show. Britney Spears is still making insane videos, shaking her hoo-ha around. And Taylor Swift wiped some snot on her dress while she was on tour. That's everything in entertainment. I'm Liam Reese, WPP News.
Thank you for that, Liam Reese. In other news, Post Malone also commented stating that eventually his dick tattoo will be uncircumcised as he gets more wrinkles on his forehead. Excellent stuff. Or will it be circumcised as he gets more wrinkles?
You tell us.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for that, Liam. We're going to keep it moving. We're going to head to Mikey Medigan, who's got a story from the heartland. Mikey, what's the story?
School's out for summer and America is back, baby. I'm here not on site or on scene in Sisters, Oregon, where the most American thing ever has transpired at a local rodeo. A massive, muscular meat missile bull named Party Bus jumped out of the staging area while waiting for a redneck to hop on. The giant steak ran solo around the arena as Lee Greenwood's God Bless the U.S. blared from the loudspeakers as attendees sang along. Feeling the power and energy from the crowd, the 1,500-pound bull leaped a 6-foot fence and immediately began a chaotic spree of terror. One lady who not only made the low IQ choice to wear bright red, but also seemed completely oblivious to the screams and horror and stampede of people running for their lives in every direction around her and stood her ground. This is when the bull had enough of her bullshit shirt and bulldozed her. Not just launching her once into the air, but catching his own rebound and launching her for a second time, ending it by stepping on her motionless body on his exit. In total, 3 people went to the hospital and a few real American cowboys wrangled old Party Bus back into his pen. As of this report, those 3 people have been released. I'd just like to say, proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who let that giant bull crush me. Wait, that might not be the words. Either way, God bless America. Mikey Metagon, back to the studio.
Thank you for that, Mikey Metagon. In other news, the guy who left a 6-foot fence to block a 3,000-pound bull has been arrested and tried for murder. Excellent stuff. We're going to keep it moving. We're going to head to JDub Justin Richardson, who's back from his hiatus, who's going to give us the latest on the update in the Cold War. JDub, what's the story?
Rooskies on the outshores of Florida. Today, residents of the coastal side of Florida have been informed that there are Russian nuclear submarine on the coast in between Cuba and Florida. Call it a Cold War classic. We're back at it, boys. The warning wasn't to stay inside. The warning wasn't to find shelter and protect yourself from a nuclear fallout. The warning was, do not shoot at things you see in the ocean, Florida residents. Please make sure that you do not misconstrue a large manatee or whale for a Russian submarine and begin firing randomly into the ocean trying to hit a rooski. Contact your local authorities if you do see a nuclear submarine. Stay safe and stay alert. Matthew, back to you.
All right. Thank you for that, JDub Justin Richardson. I'll tell you, if that was me, I'd be rushing out of Florida. Excellent stuff. We're going to keep it moving. We're going to head back to Liam Lashmize Reese, who's going to give us the latest from the Sunshine State. Liam, what's the scoop?
We've got a carjacking, Florida style. A Florida woman was arrested after she called 911 on herself while stealing a car from a dealership. So she, quote, could do it legally. 37-year-old Christy Turman called the Leash County Sheriffs because she wanted them to know. During the 911 call, Turman told dispatchers the following: because I'm trying to steal a car that's not legally mine. So y'all better come make a report. I'm reporting this. Deputies arrived later to find Turman exiting the driver's side of a Toyota Corolla that did not belong to her. At this point, the 37-year-old had what she believed to be a perfectly good explanation. Turman told the police that she was being trained in a game of black ops to steal a car, but called authorities to make sure the stolen car was legal. Turman was shocked to find out that is not at all how stealing cars works, and was arrested and is facing trespassing charges. And if anybody's keeping score at home, that's 2 in a row from Florida, and that was 2 weeks in a row. So keep them coming, Florida. We appreciate it. I'm Liam Reese, WPP News.
Thank you for that, Liam. And I just want to say thank you to the great state of Florida. We wouldn't exist without you. All right, we're going to keep it moving. We're going to head back to Mikey Metagon, who's going to give us the latest on the greatest season of football that's ever going to be. Mikey, what's the story?
The greatest month of football in history is coming this winter. I'm here not on site, not on scene, to tell the story this asshole told me. The craziest 1 month of football due to the new 12-team NCAA playoffs is starting off on December 20th, 21st, 2024 with 4 round 1 games of college football playoffs. Then the next day, we have the Texans, Chiefs, Steelers, Ravens. That's followed immediately by 12 NFL games, then followed by the Packers, Saints, and we get an Xmas Eve break. Then on Christmas Day, we get Chiefs, Steelers, Ravens, Texas, followed the next day with a Monday night of Seattle, Chicago. Get a small 2-day break and then go right into 12 NFL games. Then get the Lions, Niners Monday night next. Then New Year's, we get the quarterfinals of the NCAA playoffs. We have a small 3-day break and then 16 NFL games. Another 3-day break and boom, we got the NCAA semifinals, followed immediately by Super Wild Card round. Then a 4-day break and bam, NFL divisional round, and capped off the next day with the NCAA Natty Daddy Finals. That's over 60 NFL and college games in a 30-day span. Bookies, gear up. Ladies, shut the fuck up, because this, my dear friends, is gonna be one hell of a ride. God bless America.
Thank you for that, Mikey Metagon. And just to be clear, when we say football, we mean America's football and not that pansy shit that they play in England.
USA! USA! USA!
All right, we're going to keep it moving. We're going to head to JDub Justin Richardson, who's going to give us the lowdown on what to expect on the tube this month. JDub, what's the scoop?
Excellent, exciting, exuberant television news coming soon. Guess who's back in town today? The boys are back. As of yesterday, the first 3 episodes of season 4 dropped, one coming every after, and it's going to be a good old time. You're going to like it. You're going to have fun. It's going to be exciting. Then coming this Sunday, House of the Dragon season 2 drops. I'm not as excited, but Matthew is very excited. And for that, I'm excited. Cousin! Season 3 of The Bear drops at the end of the month. I am very excited about that. I think the chick that he dates is hot, even though they broke up at the end of season 2, which if you didn't watch is no spoiler, which I probably shouldn't have said. And that's television news.
Thank you for that, JDub. You are correct. I'm super excited about House of Dragons because it's an incredible show. The Boys is fantastic, and The Bear is great. Dude, that scene when they had the dinner for the family was incredible. That episode was wild, and I loved it. All right, we're going to keep it moving. We're going to head to our newest correspondent, the one and only Old Uncle Matty, who's going to give us the Old Uncle Matty Minute. Old Uncle Matty, what's the minute? Hello, I'm Old Uncle Matty, live from the studio. Our first story is Diddy loses his diploma. Howard University revoked Sean Diddy Combs' honorary degree following the recent sexual assault allegations. Sean Puffy Combs was given an honorary degree from Howard University in 2014. The university's administration has been instructed to terminate a gift agreement with Diddy, as well as disbanding the scholarship program in his name. Diddy refused to comment, and has probably bigger things to deal with. Other notable alumni to have their honorary degrees revoked include Bill Cosby and O.J. Simpson. In other news, Elon Musk sued by 8 former employees. 8 former SpaceX employees have filed a sexual harassment lawsuit against the aerospace company and its CEO, Elon Musk. Ex-employees allege that Musk ran workplace that treated women as sexual objects to be evaluated on their bra size. In addition to the sexual harassment claim, the lawsuit accuses SpaceX and Musk of discrimination, wrongful termination, whistleblower retaliation, and unlawful business practices. The 8 former SpaceX employees claimed that they challenged the alleged toxic workplace environment in an open letter to management and were then fired from SpaceX. Musk reacted to the claims via X after the report was published, and in the post mentions that nothing will deter him from fighting for a good future and your right to free speech. And finally, David Beckham lawsuit against Mark Wahlberg is dismissed. Mark Wahlberg and David Beckham have reached a resolution in their legal dispute over F45 training. In May of 2023, David Beckham's DB Ventures filed a lawsuit against F45 Training, claiming that they had been duped into signing a deal with the fitness company. The soccer star alleged that he never received the $10 million that he had been offered in the contract negotiation. It was also alleged that Beckham lost an additional $5 million in shares. He was seeking a $14.3 million in damages, but the lawsuit was officially dismissed, and Beckham will remain as an investor in F45 Training. Neither Beckham nor Wahlberg ever publicly addressed the lawsuit. And that's all for the Old Uncle Matty Minute. Back to the studio. All right, thank you for that, Old Uncle Matty. Loved your minute, and I'll tell you, that's probably the longest you've ever lasted. Speaking of only lasting a minute, this has been another episode of the Working Perspectives Podcast presents WPP News. I'm Matt Lavelle, accompanied by Liam Reese, Mikey Medigon, and JDub. In case you're wondering, you can find all our stuff and all our content on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Work Perspectives Podcast. You can also on Instagram at Work Perspectives Podcast, and join us on Twitter and TikTok at WorkingPPod. And if you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workperspectives@gmail.com, and please like and subscribe, and we'll keep bringing you this sweet, sweet content. Thanks for listening. Have a great weekend, and happy Father's Day. All right, see you.
Here they come, Philadelphia, on the run, stand up and cheer.